Hi, group. Happy Friday. It's February the 3rd, and this is a weekly video I make for you. Didn't do one last week, but I thought I would get back to doing it this week. And I wanted to touch on a few things coming up over the next 2 weeks, and to say a little bit about discussion posting. I guess I'll start with that. Because it's a graduate class, even though it's online, I still consider it to be primarily discussion driven. And this is one of the reasons why I've asked for some changes in the way that we approach discussion in the forums. So please give that a try. And I think in the next week or two, if I'm not seeing some of the changes that I was talking about in the email I sent earlier this week, then I might assign some discussion leaders and attach some course credit to that. Not to be difficult, but I really and truly believe that discussion is going to be a really important aspect of how we do things. And for me, good discussion takes place over a period of time. So thanks to those of you who have been involved in the discussion every day so far. And I just want to get everybody involved every day. So please review some of those criteria that I mentioned in the email earlier this week. And keep that in mind as you read for next week. I'm looking at the syllabus now, and I should say that I've posted the readings for the next 2 weeks, weeks 4 and 5. So you'll see a few different approaches next week, cognitive approaches and expressivist approaches. And then in week 5, we'll do what's called the social view. So these are different views about the teaching of writing that are based on different beliefs about learning, or just different foci on learning. And they'll get us slowly up to the more present time. And then in weeks 6 and particularly week 7, we'll be looking at more contemporary approaches before we switch gears in week 8 and start talking about creative writing. Also, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to be posting your first writing assignment. It's going to be due at the end of week 5, 2 weeks from today. And it will be, I can tell you, it'll be somewhere between 5 and 10 pages, largely narrative driven, but you will need to incorporate some of the sources that you've been using. I'll give you some flexibility, but there are also some things that I'm going to ask you to focus on specifically. So be on the lookout for those criteria. I'll send an email out about that when it's there, but I wanted to let you know about that. And I can see that most of you have been accessing the course site on a regular basis. Julie, I think you're out of the country, maybe not able to access. But for the most part, the rest of you have been accessing course content on a regular basis, which is good. And I do think it's important to get involved in those discussions. And as you can see, some of the readings are going to be time-consuming and tricky. Vygotsky and Dewey are examples of that. So you want to make sure to give yourself the time. Now, if you are experiencing any issues, or if there's anything going on that's making it difficult for you to keep up with what we're doing, please just drop me a line and let me know. And I'll be happy to try to work with you to find something that could fit with your life and with all the other things that are going on. Okay, everybody. Once again, thank you to those of you who are getting involved in that discussion. I want to see the rest of you, and I want to see, hopefully, even over the next day and a half, some distribution and not just parachuting in to make statements and then leave again. So I can't underscore how important that is. And then like I said, I'll also be posting the assignment, the narrative writing assignment that'll be due 2 weeks from today on February the 17th. All right, everybody, thanks.